Shut the door if you would, Sean. Thanks a lot, Sean. This one's called Loneliness, I Cry Alone. I cry, I cry, I cry alone. I cry, I cry, I cry to the stars. I cry alone. I cry, I cry, I cry alone. I cry, I cry, I cry to the stars. I cry alone. I cry from my world. I can't see from my eyes, for the tears shattered dreams in my mind have died. I can't hide, but I cry. I can't hide, but I cry. Loneliness is a lonely place where you don't wanna go. You don't wanna be alone. In that place, that lonely place you call home. I've got tears in my eyes that won't dry. I've got tears in my eyes that won't die. Loneliness, 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 I can't hide. I cry, I cry, I cry alone at home with tears in my eyes. What dry tears in my eyes that won't dry. I'm alone at home and I cry. I'm alone at home and I cry. How you like that one? Wrote it last night when I was watching Dave Bowie. One of my idols, you know, Dave Bowie. Yeah, I've got Dave Bowie. I've got a letter from Angie Bowie, and it's pink envelope, pink writing, all handwritten by Angie Bowie. I've got a typed letter from Dave Bowie signed with his signature, saying that he's just made an LP called Scary Monsters, and he said, I hope the fans are really going to like it, John. It'll be a couple of months before it comes out. So yeah, we did talk. And I used to send materials off to him, like, but I never really got anywhere. But one of me songs followed him all the way to America on his American tour. And it was a registered letter, and he just followed him. And I rung up his company, and it's a studio. I forget the name of the studio now. And then they said that he was on the tour, like, and he followed him. And we got a reply by the gentleman who did the movie take on Ashes to Ashes, and he said that your material is very good, John, but David isn't at the present moment. He can't help you at the present moment because, you know, he's dealing with a company that just deals with him solely. But he said you are very good, John. So that was nice to know, like, you know. And I also met Dave Bowie. Me and the wife, we did meet and we did speak. You know, so that's nice, isn't it? John Lennon, he's another idol of mine. I was completely saturated with John Lennon. I think he was a fantastic, brilliant writer. Dave Bowie was, Bob Dylan is. There's lots of good writers. You know, if I named 10 lousy singing groups the rest of my life, if you want to put it that way, I don't want to miss anybody out. You know, so I'm even on a John Lennon's LP. And you have to be very careful to that one, but he says right at the end, he says, okay. And I say, yes, thank you. That's what it says. Okay, yes, thank you. And I even know when it was recorded and when that was taken. And it's put on this handbook. I'm not sure if it's Working Class Era, but it's something you don't hear straight away. You have to find it to play it to hear it. It's kind of hidden, but it's there. Who else have I met? Kate Bush. Met Kate Bush. I met her through somebody I knew. And when I was living down Wollaston Road, and this lad used to work for Wimpers. He was driving, and he used to take me up to the telephone exchange where I was a plasterer's labourer, and dropped me off. Nice lad. And we got talking about music, and he said a friend of his is she's going into the music business, and she mentioned the name of the group, and it was over my mind, completely over my mind. I couldn't take it in. I said, no, I hadn't heard of them. And it was the group that did Another Brick in the Wall. I believe that's the group what backed her. It's the bloke that played the guitar, the bass guitar, stocking bloke. And anyhow, I met her, and I met her the day before she went back because the boyfriend was going to pick her up in this car, and he said, "Go and plays on a song like," and she was very backward. She said, "I don't really want to," and I just said, "I don't want to force you." And I didn't stay too long. I shook her hand. I said, "I'm pleased to meet you," and very beautiful. She was very beautiful then, and that was Kate Bush. And then I met the Pet Shop Boys. That was unbelievable. That was another thing at the hospital when I was involved in my road accident where somebody tried to kill me. I even told the police it was an it. So it's too late to make a charge now. No? Everything's underhanded and disappeared. Anyhow, I have this Angie Bowie paper and letters from Dave Bowie, Elton John's place, Elton John, Benny Taupin, from Piglet in the Wire, that's where he used to live, and took it to send his stuff off to Rocket Records, and somebody in the company was going to give it a go, find a group to go with the words. Anyhow, he had a disagreement with Sir Elton, it wasn't Sir Elton at the time, but Elton John, and he left. And I found out later on he took his 10 million with him. So he wasn't just an ordinary boss. He was kind of like a sleeping partner, and they must have just worn him out. I just don't know. And when I tried to ring up and ask him, they said he's no longer here. So technically there was very bashful against them, And there's another funny thing, and it's about U2. I used to belong to the Limerick Records. And it was like a songwriting guild, and I used to send my lyrics off. I had a record made called Paris Flight. Yeah, it was all right. It sounded a bit like 60s, but it was quite a long time ago. And there was a competition. I think it was winning £500, and U2 were in it. They won it, and it was on the telly, and they mentioned it. And I believe, I've got it somewhere, I've got the brochure advertising and their little literature book, what you got with black and white kind of, cheaply printed, like on this kind of book print. And they were the winners. They won the £500. So it just goes to show you, doesn't it? Anyhow, with the Pet Shop Boys, it was a Friday, he said he was coming down and I'll introduce you to him. And he came, the main singer. And it'd be about 11 o'clock, and he brought them to me when I was doing the therapy in the hospital. He used to go every morning, and he come and shook my hand, and he asked how I was getting on and that, and he said he was telling me about my lyrics and that, and anyhow he said he's in a group, and I asked him what the name of the group was, and it was Pet Shop Boys. Well, having a bang on the head, and down near our house there used to be a pet shop called Pet Shop Corner. When I got home, I told the wife, made a group and we're going to start up, and it's called Pet Shop Corner. And anyhow, it wasn't, it was the Pet Shop Boys. And a couple of weeks later, it was on the telly with #1. And the bloke that plays the keyboards, tell you what, they're both nice blokes, but he is one hell of a guy. He is, honestly. And I was going for therapy every day, and he walked with me. I didn't know who he was. I thought he was a friend. I thought he was Charlie's brother, and he wasn't. It was him. And he used to walk me 3.5 miles to 4 miles to the hospital. and I'd be there in the morning, and I'd leave around 12, and he used to walk me back and go over the fields with me, and we used to talk. And one day we was talking about cars, and he was saying that a friend of his has a few Bugattis. So it could have been, because Charlie's father, he had Rileys, and that's who it was. And there was Miss Wales, I forget the name now, and she was in the traffic waiting, everybody's waiting like, and we was walking home, we stopped for a talk, and I thought, what's everybody looking at, you know? And it was him. You know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I've met a lot of people, I mean a lot of people. But anyhow, let me read something else now. It's called Death Doesn't Have a Reason to Smile. I'm a ghost walker, I'm a ghost walker, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm a ghost walker, I'm a ghost walker, I'm walking, I'm walking. I wore the trenches, I'm in the thick of the blood and the mud, the pain and the suffering, the dying and the crying. Dead men don't have glory in their eyes. I can say, I'm one of them that lay down to die. Watching soldiers writing letters to the families, never to reach and read at home. All the souls of the dead lay where they fall alone. Peace is hard and words to say. God was never in the way. There's no help from them today. I'm walking. I'm terribly sorry. I have to start over again. I'm going to read it out. It's called Death Doesn't Have a Reason to Smile. I'm a ghost walker, I'm a ghost walker, I'm walking, I'm walking. I walk the trenches, I'm in the thick of the blood and the mud, the pain and the suffering, the dying and the crying. Dead men don't have glory in their eyes. I can say I'm one of them. I can say I'm one of them that laid my body down to die. Watching soldiers writing letters to the families, never to reach and read at home. All the souls of the dead lay where they fall alone. Peace is an hard word to say. God wasn't in the way. There's no help from the others from that today. I'm walking the mist where the wire stands. I hear the whistle of the future living to die, catching the bullets as they pass by. They say God was made from his image, and that's where he went wrong. They say that God was made in his image, and that's where he went wrong. I'm a ghost walker speaking to the dead, a dead man. He looks at me and says, "Is this all in my head? Am I really dead?" He said his mother's passed on a long time ago, but she's here with her hands around my head and saying, "I'll take you home, my boy, away from the fields of the dead." I'm a ghost walker, I'm a ghost walker, I'm walking, I'm walking. I walk the trenches, I'm in the thick of the blood and the mud, the pain and the suffering and the dying and the crying. Dead men don't carry glory in their eyes. Death doesn't have a reason to smile. I'm a ghost walker, I'm a ghost walker, I'm walking. I walk with tears in my eyes. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry about some of it, but I'm a literate writer, so I have to read my own writing. It's very hard when you've written quite a lot, and I mean a lot. I wrote yesterday 4, that's 2 of them I just read out. Right, it's called It's No Longer There. Love shows when it's shining. Love shows when it's shining. Love dies, there's no glow. Love dies, there's no glow. There's a feeling in my heart as I sit alone in the dark. The love she holds doesn't glow. The love she holds doesn't glow. It's like a torch, like a beacon. It's no longer there. It's in your mind and heart and makes you cry. Your well's shaped up and lovers die. Love shows when it's shining. Love shows when it's shining. Love dies, there's no glow. Love dies, there's no glow. There's a feeling in my heart as I sit alone in the dark. The love she holds doesn't glow. The love she holds doesn't go. It's like a torch, like a beacon. It's no longer there. It's like a torch, like a beacon. It's no longer there. Sorry about the footlight, but that's how it is. Take me as you find me. This is nice if I can read it. I was dreaming. I was dreaming, sitting on a cloud, dreaming as the world passed by. I was dreaming. I was screaming. I was talking out loud. I was sitting on a cloud, watching the world pass by. I was thinking of this and thinking of that. With tears in my eyes. God, if you're looking down. God, show me a sign. Show I can feel, so I can feel and look around. I want peace of mind. Fill my eyes with love, show I can look to the sky and see heaven above, the world of love. I was dreaming, I was screaming, I was talking out loud, I was sitting on a cloud, I was watching the world pass by, I was dreaming, sitting on a cloud, dreaming as the world passed by, with tears in my eyes. I'll try to read it. It's called Just Follow Me. Everyone around me is smiling, everyone I see. I can see the sun rising to shine on me. I can feel love of the warmth inside of me as the day takes away the dawn from my eyes. I'm laying on a deck chair on a Pacific shore, watching whales and porpoises trying to touch the sky. I can hear the wind of time caressing the waves that come to the shore, and everyone around me is smiling for more, and everyone I see, and everyone around me has a smile of life, and they all look so free. Life is what you see it. Life is what you want it to be. Just cherish love, and keep the hate away. If someone looks for an argument, just turn the other way. Love works. Love makes it in your day. And everyone around me is smiling, and everyone I see. I can see the sun rising to shine on me. Life is what you make it, just follow me. So Badly Cuts. That's what I wrote last night. So there you go. And I don't have too much to say today about certain things, about the past, what I've said, everything you've listened to and I've said on this, on my YouTube bit, everything I've written myself, it's all mine, it's all my materials, and it's just a pinhead on the ocean compared to what I have written. I wrote in 8 months, believe it or not, because I wasn't trained. I never had an education at school. I left school completely illiterate. The only thing I could do at school was look after myself and paint and do PE. Everything else was crap. So the past didn't do me a favour, it did a lot of harm. But when you consider that, I sit here and I can be proud to say I am in Oxford University Library, Cambridge Library, Dunley Library and the Welsh Library. My book is. So to somebody who's illiterate and not all that clever at writing, I haven't done bad, have I? When you look at it that way. And anyhow, I wrote 8 books in 8 months. I wrote one book, I can't tell you the titles because it's not released yet, but that's got over 15,000 words and I wrote that in 10 hours. I'm having another book released shortly and it's called Twig the Dog. It's only got 1,000 words and I wrote that in just over an hour, believe it or not. And it's about a dog and his owner. And all the proceeds of the book, the royalties, for 3 years, are going to be cut straight down the centre. Half go to Battersea Dog Home and the other half go to Great Ormond Street Hospital. That is my wish. That's where it goes for 3 years. So the 3 years, the royalties are split straight down the middle and that's where it's going. So I'm hoping that the television company will click onto this and I hope when they get that they publicise it as well. And I hope they'll make a lot of money out of it. I honestly do. My work's worth reading, it's worth looking for. And I've written 2 thrillers and I've had 3 books up to now accepted. 1 being done, 1 waiting, 2 being done and 1 waiting in behind the curtains more or less. And I've written 4 Teddy and the Blonde Boys. If you want to put it as 1 book, it's 45,000 words. Then there's the other book, that's got about 15, another book's got about 15, I've got another book with about 12, and then I've got Twig the Dog with just 1,000. And I wrote them all in 8 months. But if you cut the 8 months, that's from starting to finish in 8 months. But I was writing intensely on 1 book to the other, believe it or not. And I said to the wife, somebody said you can't do that. She said you can, John, because you wasn't trained at school. Your mind stretches in any direction. You're flexible of thinking, and that's what it's all about. I'm not the best of talkers. I try to talk the best I can. I'm not that you know I haven't had an education because the education was taken from me. It's not because I was sick at school. You know, you get a barrister knows 6,500 words. William Shakespeare knew 36,000 words. And common sense takes over all that. You get a solicitor, a barrister, a surgeon, take them out of the comfort zone and they're as thick as shit. You know, labourers. The labourers in the 30s and 40s, they're the ones who've got an IQ, the men of the world. The blokes had a job here and a job there and a job there and learned this and learned that. They're the ones that are intelligent, the survivors. The royals like people like that in the army fighting for them. And that's the problem with the system. They've educated them in the colleges now, then they can think and they're telling everybody to piss off. That's what it boils down to. And you've got the supermarkets. You know, we complain about people who've got a phobia of this germ that's coming around, and they're off on the sick, and and they're getting paid by the company. And I was speaking to two people, and I was listening to two people, and they said it's a shame what the supermarkets are doing to these people. I couldn't say anything because I wasn't in that talking area. I waited till that person had gone, then I turned around to the person I knew. I said, you don't know what you're on with. I said, the supermarkets 20 odd years ago gave the disabled people a chance to get a living and get a mortgage and be able to look after themselves. Most people wouldn't have bothered. They did. And then when the graduates left the colleges with an IQ and degree, where did they end up? Filling shelves in supermarkets. Right? And you've got MPs with no degrees, thick as shit. Get those people on the shelves and put them in their jobs. That's what you want to do. Find out what it is. There was one bloke in charge of finance in, I forget his name, a few years ago now, and in finance, the pace of the country. And he got a degree in art. Huh? It's bonkers, isn't it? It's bonkers. Yeah, unbelievable. So the higher you get, the less you do. There was one bloke working for someone, because his wife worked in a lot of places, Eurospace and all that, all the places, all the Euro depots and everything. She even watched the maiden flights of the Eurofighter taking off. The people that was involved all got in a coach and went down to see it take off. It's first flight. There you go. Huh? There's one bloke there, it was one office, nobody else was allowed in that office. He disappeared. They had to put a charge out to find him. They found him. He's in an empty hangar. No clothes on. Too much for his mind. He had to strip his identity, go back to a baby. It's the stress of work. It hits people in different ways. That's how life is. You talk about mental disorders and things like that, but what I went through when I was a child should never have happened. Should never have happened. The way I was threatened, the way I was fooled, and chloroform made me mad. I used to fight when that chloroform came, and in the end I used to look forward to it because I could get a bloody sleep. But I don't know what was happening to me. I know I was going to places and other things. So it's a sad old day when you look at it. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed what I'm doing. I've got some wagtails, some baby wagtails brought up in here, wagtails, feeding the babies. You might be able to wear them. I can hear them, that's all that matters. And people saying they're hearing the cuckoos and everything else. You notice when there's been a blackout on car driving, it's fantastic when there's nobody about. And then you get the wanderers. It's the wanderers who are doing all the shitting up, throwing the paper out the cars, the McDonald's here, McDonald's there. They don't have to advertise McDonald's. The people that buy the stuff from throw it out the window, everybody can see it. McDonald's, eh? Yeah, I could save McDonald's millions. I've just saved them millions just by saying. They don't pick litter up. It's no fault of McDonald's. It's just that a lot of people can't cook. And they like McDonald's. But you know something, if a lot of them had to work for the money, they wouldn't be buying McDonald's. And that's the trouble, there's too many people on a good time when other people are working. The people who work haven't got time for a pissing holiday. They're too busy keeping the people out of work in a lifetime what they used to. It's called high society. You have the high class society and you have the low class society. High class society doesn't give a shit about the place. It has its parties, it has its nights, and whatever they want to do, the raving nights and all this lot. And the lower society do, the ones that always live on the dole. Not the ones that are on the dole now and then, the ones that live on the dole, where one family has a family and that goes on the dole, and the other family goes on the dole, and the other family goes on the dole. And it's a queer experience, you know. You can imagine the third generation going on to the dole, and he says, Granddad, he says, what? He says, what, Baba? He says, I'm going on the dole tomorrow, and he says, I don't know how to work it, I've never worked before. Don't worry, lad, I'll fill all the forms in for you. Then we'll go and have a party every time we get our money and that. You know what we do? Huh? But you look forward to it then, that really made him good. And that's the trouble with socialites at the bottom, socialites at the top. And they all don't give a shit about the police or anything else. It's true. It's the same as the hospitals. You get the drunk. I went into hospital one day, it was a Sunday, I couldn't believe it. The sick and the pee on the floor. Eh? These are people that had a good night out. I wouldn't entertain them, I'd let them vomit on their own sick. Because they're acting like bloody animals. They are, honestly. Wasting good money of people's money. And then again, the hospital doesn't work that bloody quick. I went for an hearing test. I got told off. Sat with the wife like 45 minutes. We had some look at us for a second. And we went back. Another 45 minutes back. I was near the door waiting. I turned to my wife. I said, do you know something? She said, what? I said, we've been waiting that long, the staff's put weight on. I got told off when I got in to keep my language, watch my language. When you get your hearing aid, you have to watch what you're saying. That's what she said to me. Then we had trouble with the delivery van. He brought a parcel and we said it's the wrong address. Can he come and pick it up? He said he'll come tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. Wanker stays in waiting for it. Never turned up. Rung him up, I'll come tomorrow. Didn't turn up. So the wife gave them an opening 1 till 2. I was waiting, nobody turned up. So she rung him up to complain. And she said what she wanted. And she said, anything else you wanted to say? And wife turned around and said to me, you want something to say? I said, yeah, pass the phone. So she passed me the phone. I said, you know something? If monkeys could talk, van drivers' jobs would go overnight. She slammed the phone down on me. I even told them they was going bust, and they did. About a year later, they went completely bust. I went to a posh do once, run out of gravy. I knew they were going bust. Went bust. I don't know what it is. I can see it. I can see when somebody's going to die, and maybe a year or two before they die. I even said to my wife, you've got to get sorted out, you know, you'll be dead before you're 65. That was 7 years ago, and she died at 65. I even said to the specialist that she'd be dead in 3 weeks. She said, not life-threatening, not life-threatening. She was dead in 3 weeks. She had a cancer on her ovaries. She had one. And they just neglected it. Just kept putting the hospital appointments back, seeing her, and terminating the operation day. And then she went down, she was in Alice state, and she went all the way to Pox Hill. And we thought it was in the right car park, but we weren't sure, so we walked over to the other side, because somebody said it was the other side we wanted to be. The nurse told us. And when we got there, so we got the wrong side. Who told you that? I said it was a nurse, and looked at him, I couldn't believe it. So they rung him up and told him that Ina gave her the phone so he could ring where she was going next. And she had 10 minutes before she got there, you know, and then she would have been late. It was 10 minutes early. And you know what the lousy bastards did? They let her wait 2 hours before he saw her. She was dying. She died. She was managing to walk there. When she came out, she was completely burnt out. I didn't know what to say. I always admit it's so sad to see her like she was, and how she used to be. She told me off one day, and I said to her, I said,